Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute, I missed you guys. So today I want to share with you how celibacy heals your mind and your body. If you're single, I encourage you to just try out celibacy. Like try out not having sex, because there's so many ways that you can heal yourself and get to know yourself better. And there's nothing wrong with taking a break from sex. I feel like if you are trying to transform your life in any way, if you're trying to quit a substance, or if you want to feel closer to God, or if you just want a fresh start in life, if you find yourself single right now, this is the perfect time to start a celibacy journey. And so I'll link some of my other videos down below, but I want to share with you how it literally heals your mind and your body. I've been abstaining from sex for like over 3 years now, and I don't really, it's become easier over time. You might think like it gets harder and harder and you get more tempted. I can't really speak for a man, right? I'm a woman, but from my perspective, it's just, it has reshaped who I am internally. It's changed my mindset. It's healed my mind. It's healed my body. And so let's get into how celibacy can transform your life, what I've found on my own journey, and why it's so powerful. I think like as we're growing up in such a fast-paced world, especially if, let's say you're a teenager, right? You like somebody, adrenaline is running, you guys might just get involved with each other, have sex. And I'm not coming at you from a religious standpoint, because everybody believes in different things, and so it's not so much about that. It's more so about just getting caught up in the world's lifestyle. So let's say you get into a relationship, you think you're in love, and then you have sex, start having sex, and then maybe you guys break up, and there's so many bad influences, like, oh, just sleep with someone else to get over them, or there's dating apps, or if you go out to the club or you just go out with your friends and people are just in a rush, quick, fast, in a hurry, and you can find yourself just giving your body away and not thinking twice, like thinking, oh, I just went out and then this just happened, or I've been liking this guy, so like let's just do it, whatever, then we'll see what happens. And that's why I feel like if you just take a break, celibacy, it helps you get back to who you really are. Because what do you really think about yourself? What do you want to do with your own body? And what are your values? What's important to you? And how can you best protect your heart? Keep yourself healthy, like not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and feel good and feel your self-worth, Now, if you're in a healthy, beautiful relationship and you guys engage in sex, that's amazing. But if you're single, or if you're just trying to figure some stuff out in your life, or if you're already been celibate for a while, then you feel me on this. Like, it's gonna renew your mind, and it's going to get you in touch with who you really are. Before the world told you who you were, like, who were you? Who were you? How were you when you were 12 years old, 13, 16, 17, 18, before you had all the bad influences, right? And so for me, it has been so beautiful to be on this journey. And how does it heal? Like, how does it actually heal your mind and body? I would say the first biggest thing that's changed is how I view sex. Because before, I just didn't see it as such a big deal. I didn't think that hard about it. I just thought, I'm a young adult. This is what people my age do. This is what I feel like doing. Everybody does it, type of thing, right? And so after you become celibate, the longer you're celibate, the more you start to see sex for what it really is, how sacred it is, how powerful it is. When you reserve yourself for just you, and you deepen your connection with yourself, you recognize the significance of sex. So like literally opening your body and all the emotions and the spiritual connection that comes with it. It's not just a physical act. It's everything. And so it affects you in so many ways. And you start to take it, you start to see it more seriously, and you start to have more respect for the act of sex. I think that's really what it is. And you see it as so beautiful, so sacred, so special, so meaningful and powerful that there's no way that you're just gonna do it mindlessly. You're not gonna just do it for fun. Like, yes, it's fun, but you know it's significant, so you want to do it with someone who's very significant to you. It's powerful. It's the closest way a man and woman can come together physically, right? And so, of course, you don't want to just share yourself with someone you barely know, or someone who you're not sure if they love you or if you love them, or just like to see where it goes, you know. And so for me, that's the biggest thing that I can think of from the top of my mind, like that has changed in these past 3 years, is like how I view it now. And so then that's why I could see why some religions would be like, wait, so you're married, because it's so it's such a powerful act, and it's you giving yourself. And so you don't just want to give yourself away. The first way that celibacy heals your mind is that you become aware of your worth, your self-worth. You recognize how powerful sex is, and then you think after you're celibate, you're like, you become more sensitive physically too, right? So if you're sitting next to somebody and they put their hand on your knee, you're gonna notice that more. Like, you're gonna become more sensitive, more aware of a man's presence, how they look at you, their energy. You become more in tune with your own body. So you're in tune with your own spirit, with your body. You can feel energy, you're sensitive to energy, and you can kind of sense if somebody, how they're approaching you energetically. So for me, oh my gosh, it's like, it has to be real love or nothing. You can sense how somebody is approaching you and how they treat you. You recognize that you're connected to God and you're divine. And so the longer you're celibate, the more you become attuned spiritually, energetically, and you just start to see yourself as more sacred. And so you want to protect yourself more. You're more protective over your body. And so this is how it heals your mind, because if you're just out there being active or whatever, like, oh my gosh, I mean, these are the things nobody is gonna like tell you. They're not gonna teach you. I mean, maybe you have had someone in your life to tell you, but it's kind of different when it's your mama telling you, or whatever, your grandma, versus like, I'm just a regular person out here just like me. Like, I'm just like you. I'm just letting you know that these choices have helped heal my mind. Now I know my worth. I know my value. I am sensitive to my body. I take care of my body. I can listen into my body. And so there's no way that I'm going to just engage in sex unless it's real love. It's real love, or it's nothing at all. I'm connected to the angels. I'm connected to the divine. I'm connected to the hummingbirds and the sunflowers and the roses. Like, we are connected in this quantum field, you know, and I protect my energy. I know my value now, but it's not something that someone can tell you. It's something that you have to feel inside. And this is how celibacy can help heal your mind, is because when it's just you, you start to listen in to you, because your spirit is within. How you feel your intuition, it's within. Your body, you have to take the time to connect with yourself. And so while everyone's busy working and everyone's busy like living their life, if you're also engaging in sex, like, but it's kind of wishy-washy, when you're single and celibate, you're closed off to any distractions, and now you're saving all your energy for you so that you can recognize what's important for you. Okay, guys, so how does it heal your body? Celibacy will heal your physical body. I remember before, I just wasn't in tune with my body. That's one of the biggest things. And so I've learned how to balance my own pH with my physical body. I've recognized what certain foods do to my body specifically, and the same thing can happen for you. It's hard to do this like if you're having sex, because you're mixing fluids, you're mixing body, what you're mixing bodies, like what's going on. Sugar sugar is the devil when it comes to the health of your female parts, the health of your vagina. To keep yourself healthy physically, celibacy will heal you because it's a break. And so everything happening within your body is just from you, and you can see your own like decisions better. So how do certain foods affect your body? How does, what do you need to have a healthy pH? I remember regaining my period, because that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't really tell you how much sex affects you. It's not just a physical act, it's also spiritually it's affecting you. So if you're having sex with someone who's toxic or somebody who's not good for you, or there's some weird energy there, some dark energy there, maybe the intentions are not pure, then it's going to affect your body. And so I regained my period by being celibate. I learned how to balance my pH, and I became more sensitive to energy. How do I feel in the presence of others? Because we're all made of energy. So it's easier to see through people. It's easier to know who to have come closer, who to stay away from, like who repels me versus who I'm drawn to. And also, it just helped me figure out which foods were best for my body, because when it's just you, you're in your own energy. So that's when I started. After I became celibate, I changed the entire way that I eat. So I saw how certain foods affected my body for the better or for the worse. And so I adjusted myself to that. I wouldn't have been able to tell the difference when I was engaging with sex, because again, you're mixing energies. Energy is a real thing, you guys. It's crazy. And so how does celibacy heal your mind and body? For me, it put me on the right path because it granted me discernment. When you start to cleanse yourself and just take a break, it forces you to face yourself, just because it's you spending time with yourself. So it got me on the right path because it got me in tune with who I really am, my authentic self. In a way, like my childlike self, my inner child. Who am I on a soul level? Because the world will have you thinking that you need to like, you don't need to be out here like Meg the Stallion or Cardi B or Kylie Jenner or any of these people, like Kim Kardashian, right? Like, look at how these people make their living. I'm not judging them, but what are they famous for? And are their booty cheeks out? Yes or no? Like, you as a woman or you as a man, you don't need to be what the world tells you to be cool or accepted. Like, that's actually, you got to decide for yourself who you really are and let that be enough, because I promise you it's better. It's going to feel better. Just because someone has money or fame does not mean that they are happy within themselves. Okay, it's very plain to see. And so for me, celibacy got me on the right path. Who am I? What do I like to do? And it gives you time for you, tapping into my talents, recognizing, what am I talented at? Shoot, I'm real good at this. I'm real good at that. And following that path. How did I do it? Celibacy led me on that right path, and it granted me discernment because you're more connected to the divine. You're on a pure path. You're on a righteous path that most people are not doing, but more so you're doing the right thing, because if you're not married, if you're not in a high level commitment, then you really have no business doing that. And this is my opinion, is like, exploiting your own self in that way because it harms you. I'm not telling you, I'm not coming at you as a virgin. I'm coming at you as a mother of a 7-year-old, a single mother. So I've been on one side, I've been on the other, and as 3.5 years celibate, I'm telling you that it has healed my mind, my body. It's got me on the right path, in alignment with my true purpose, my talents, my own self. And so that's why I feel good from the inside out. I don't have to get the validation from outside to fill me. I'm filling myself up because I'm in tune with myself. How did I get in tune with myself? Celibacy. So we're getting deep in this video. You guys know this is what I love to do. A lot of times I'll look at my videos like, oh, Sash, it's kind of deep. But it's like, that's what I feel called to share with you guys. And I love you guys so much. Like, if you're a real one on this channel, if you watch my videos regularly and you give me a thumbs up or you leave me a comment, like, I'm just sending you so much love and respect, because there's a lot of mess out there. There's a lot of distractions, a lot of things that is not going to really help you grow into your best self. But this channel, like, I pride myself in sharing with you guys the real raw stuff, the nitty gritty, even if it's not so fun to hear or talk about, right? So if you're here, then you were drawn here, and we're in the same soul tribe. Like, it's one love. Okay, so how does celibacy heal your mind and body? It's going to heal your mind and body, because what's going to happen is you are going to purge. For me, so much trauma surfaced from things I had no idea. Like, I didn't just wake up one day like, oh, these things traumatized me in my life. No, but like, when you're on this path, what spirit is gonna do, what God is gonna do, is you might start to realize things might come to the surface that have been pushed down in your body, energetically, spiritually, just things from your shadow self that you haven't been wanting to face. So you get to know yourself so much better. And for me, it was like a deep cleansing process where I had to face some things that I never knew about, but I had the chance to learn about. And it's your spirit that's leading you. And so as you dedicate yourself to this path, things might come to the surface. Maybe you dream of something, maybe you come across something, you read a book that changes your mind, or you start to examine yourself more, like, oh, why was I doing that? Because you'll have memories, right? Like, oh, I was dealing with this person, I was going through that. It's a healing process. So you're going to start to look at your own self and your own decisions and the things that have happened to you. And you may examine that to be like, well, why did this happen? Or why did I behave like this? You get down to the root of it. So things are going to come up to the surface, and you're going to have a chance to deal with it in a healthy way. It might feel a little painful, a little uncomfortable, but it's so worth it, because healing is possible. You guys, you don't have to carry pain with you your entire life. You're not bruised, or you're definitely not broken, right? That's why it irks me when there's certain ideas out there that, oh, you went through this as a child, so you're just wounded for life. Like, no, you're not. You can do the healing. But before you dive into healing, practice something like celibacy. Like, the more you take your spiritual path seriously, the more you are real with yourself and do the harder thing, then the more you have a chance to really get rid of the parts of yourself that don't serve anymore. And so you can change your mind, you can release things, let things go, learn why certain patterns were happening in your life. That's why after 2 months of being celibate, I decided to quit weed. After smoking weed for 10 years, I was able to just quit cold turkey. Celibacy is what sparked that, because your spiritual power is gonna be amplified. You're gonna be supported spiritually, because you're making a sacrifice, and it's for the betterment of you. And so you're going to be able to heal your trauma, face things. And when I say the word trauma, it's not like any specific thing, because it can be something really tiny, really small, or really big. But it's just, celibacy is this like space in time, like it's a chunk of your life that you get to just focus in on yourself, and things might come into your awareness. Now you have a chance to deal with it versus just moving so fast in life, and especially relationship, putting your energy towards, sex or lust or different relationships, or worried about dating, worried about this, right? And so it's a beautiful break to be single, focus on you, heal yourself, heal your mind, heal your body. There's a lot of beautiful benefits to it. So drop me a comment if you're on a celibacy journey, whatever you discovered about yourself. And you are going to be super protective of your energy. And that's why, you guys, it's just opened up so many new doors for me, and I've created these videos for you guys as far as like open your heart to love, because when you're in a good energy, when you cleanse yourself and heal yourself, you may become so in love with your own energy that you can close yourself off to others. You're like, well, I'm good, I'm following my dreams, or I'm getting to the bag, I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling fulfilled, I feel connected to God, well, I don't need anyone. And personally, I don't think that's true. I think that there's phases in life, there's seasons. And so celibacy is a season. It doesn't have to be forever, because there's so many beautiful benefits of a relationship and love and sharing your heart with another. But to get to a healthy relationship, I feel like celibacy is a beautiful way to cleanse, purge, and be in a good mindset and a good energy to then attract true love. And you guys might think to yourself, like, well, what's the difference with celibate? Like, first, what's the difference between being celibate or seeing somebody? Like, what's the big deal? If I like somebody, if I'm in a relationship or having sex, like, why can't, how will that take away from my healing? And when you're celibate, I think that for me, what I've discovered is that when you're celibate, you have a chance to just focus in on you. So your emotions are actually coming from you. They're not coming from someone else. You get to get in tune with your own self. Your ideas, they're coming from you. You're focused in on you. So if you, for example, if you find yourself crying, it's because of you. It's not because of a relationship, or because when two people have sex, they're merging together. So however that other person is feeling, what they're going through, it is such an intimate, deep act. And that's the part that we don't know about. And that's why it's dangerous to just have casual sex, or to not see sex as a serious thing, because now you're carrying around so many other energies that are not even yours. How are you supposed to heal? How are you supposed to get to the root of who you are and what you think and what you want, and get to know yourself? And so that's why it is different to be celibate, and it takes some time. It's not something that you can rush, but it's a beautiful process, because you're gonna get to know yourself better. Let's say you start to feel lonely, right? And you get to work through those emotions on your own and recognize that you're already whole. It's going to reveal yourself to you. Where do you feel you fall short? What do you need to work on? What are your strengths? How do you really feel? Like, was a relationship what was filling you up, or was it from you? What do you need in a partner? What do you desire from a friendship? What's important to you? How do you want to spend your time on earth? Like, what excites you? What foods do you like to eat? Do you want to be religious? Do you, are those truly your beliefs, or do they come from something else? So it's like this deep self-love journey is what I call it, because you get to discover who you are. And so that's why it's something that is so beautiful. It's a beautiful chance for yourself to build a relationship with you, get to know yourself. And that's why it's pretty hard to do. It's not impossible. Of course, you can do healing even with a partner. Like, if you're in a relationship or a connection and your partner is on board, like, you can work together to do healing or to get to know each other or yourselves better. But celibacy has just helped me. Okay, guys, so these are like things. That's crazy. Okay, guys, so these are the reasons that these are the ways that celibacy helps you heal your mind, heal your body. There's so many countless things that I could even go into. It would take all day to really go into it. Like I told you, it's been over 3 years, and you just get to know yourself better. And by the way, you get more in touch. Like the number one thing, like if I could stamp something on my forehead, it'd be like, you get in tune with your body. So all of you, and this also means your sexual energy, you become more aware of it. As a woman, which parts of the month you feel more desire, sexual desire, and how you want to manage your sexual energy, because you can use it for your creative endeavors. You can pour it into a project. It's like fuel. And so we all have sexual energy. Are you going to exert it with a partner? Are you going to reserve it for yourself? And so celibacy, you're reserving it unless you engage in like masturbation, which is like a whole nother dragon to slay, and I don't feel like getting into that today, but you at least become more aware of your body, what it likes, what it's craving, or if you feel like having self-control and discipline. So there's just so many things that celibacy teaches you about yourself, but it absolutely heals you on so many levels, and these are some of the ways that it does. Okay, you guys, I'm sending you so much love and power and healing on your journey. Drop me a comment, let me know your thoughts on today's video, and let me know if you want some more videos on celibacy. I would love to create them for you. Let me know what you want to talk about. All right, take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time. Bye.